Dr. Moody wrote 720 Snapshot after earning his doctorate degree in strategic leadership. In 720 Snapshot, he outlines the acronym SHOES to describe the aspects that make up a leader. SHOES stands for Socioeconomic Status, History, Opportunities or Obstacles, depending on how you view them, Experiences, and Spiritual Influences. Today, we're going to be taking a walk in Dr. Moody's shoes. September 14th, 1968, Dr. Moody was born in Cameron, Texas. He was raised in Waxahachie, Texas. At the time, Waxahachie had a population of roughly 15,700. It is situated in rural Texas between Dallas and Austin. Dr. Moody was raised with his brother Derwin Moody, by his father, Charles Moody Sr., and his mother, Dorothy Brown.
I am Dorothy Brown, proud mother of Pastor Charles A. Moody. As a child, Dr. Moody was a typical youngster, very well behaved, at least around me, and I've never had anyone else to tell me any different.
Dr. Moody excelled in his courses and was strong academically, even at a young age.
At that time, I really never thought about him being a preacher. I know he was always a studious person.
He was an excellent writer and reader. He always loved to read and write, so I knew he was going to incorporate reading and writing in some profession, whatever he chose.
He always, talked, answered questions, he would, have the right answers almost for everything. He was just that type of person.
Yeah, it's no surprise to me where he is in life now. My brother was very studious, very smart individual all of his life.
I had the awesome task of raising two boys at that time by myself.
My name is Derwin Moody. I am the brother of Pastor Charles Moody. I'm I just say the younger brother of Pastor Charles A. Moody. I know you guys see him as Pastor Moody. I still see him as my brother, you know what I mean?
I know him, right? And I've been knowing him for 38 years. So sometime I'm up there I'm watching him, and then I'm thinking about when he wasn't a Christian, right?
Small town life, we both grew up with motorcycles, and I think that's probably the funnest time we had is when we had the motorcycles. Being out in these fields, just riding around was our way of life, right? Small country life with a bunch of fields around you with dirt and, was what we did all day. So
I do remember always going to Austin for summer vacation. That was like school was out, go to Austin, be with Big Brother.
He was a person who I looked to perhaps unintentionally.
Charles' father passed when he was 9 years old. Charles knew that I guess his father would not get well. I never told him that, the really condition that he was in, but I remember him telling his dad, it's all right for you to go because I'm going to take care of Mom, at 9 years old.
After Dr. Moody's dad died, well, they spent, like 2 weeks with us in Michigan, for the summer because, we wanted to spend as much time with them, and my husband was more like a role model, for the two of them. So, we tried to spend as much time as we could, so the summer months was the time that we had to spend with them.
When, you're a young boy and you're looking for somebody to kind of mimic and be like, if you will, right? I too had aspirations of wanting to go to college because that's what he did, right? And so I think what I saw and how I lived my life was based off things that I saw him do.
He always had a willing and a helping hand to help anyone that he could.
We became friends because I think he was going home one weekend to Waxahachie, which I had no idea where Waxahachie was or what was a Waxahachie. And he offered to let me use his television for the weekend while he was gone. I didn't have a TV.
I can recall specifically Boy Scout stories, right? One in particular where there was a young man. I don't know exactly what happened, but something happened where he just kind of flexed his way over me.
You can be pretty outspoken sometimes.
And I can say he's very outspoken.
And my brother was not very, he wasn't too happy about that. He's no pushover, let's put it that way. You know, I mean, and at that time, you know, obviously felt good from a brother's standpoint to know that your brother was there to have your back, so to say, right?
After high school, Dr. Moody attended Prairie View University in Prairie View, Texas, a historically Black institution.
I am Walter Reynolds, best friend of, as you know him, Dr. Charles Moody. I have known Dr. Moody for 38 years. We actually met at Prairie View A&M University in the summer of 1986. I thought he was extremely likable. Everybody liked Charles. He was extremely social, but I thought he was a good guy. 38 years is a long time to know a person. When we met each other, it was like any other new relationship. We kind of got to know each other. It kind of grew from there. He ended up leaving Prairie View and going to UT.
Dr. Moody transferred to the University of Texas in Austin, Texas. At the time, it was ranked 25th in the nation. It was there that he would meet someone who was not only influential in his education,
I first saw Dr. Moody
but his family
one evening when he walked into choir rehearsal.
and his life.
And I remember turning to my girlfriend and saying, "Hey, he's cute, but he's way too young for me, so I would never be dating him."
Here we go. Here we go.